Hello and welcome to your advanced hypnosis session from hypnosisdownloads.com. You'll get the best results from your download by giving it your full attention. Please do not listen to it when you need to maintain concentration, such as when driving.
Hello, and welcome to Stop Muscle Spasms from hypnosisdownloads.com. My name's Roger Elliott. I'm a Director of Uncommon Knowledge, and to get the best from this session, please make sure you're seated in a comfortable chair or lying down somewhere you won't be interrupted for a while. Now, before you begin to relax nice and deeply, I'm just going to say a little about muscle spasms and how you can retrain your nervous system to keep your muscles calm and relaxed. Muscle spasms can range from a distracting irritation to a painful recurring condition that can be very frustrating to deal with. While they are usually much more noticeable to you than to other people, you might have felt a bit self-conscious sometimes if you found yourself twitching in public, or it might be a background annoyance that puts you off what you're doing or even disrupts your sleep. First of all, if you've had continuous muscle spasms for quite some time, it's important to verify with a doctor that they are a benign, stress-related symptom and not connected with a neurological condition or a side effect of any medication you're on. There are a variety of other physical factors that can create muscle spasms. They can sometimes be connected to a deficiency in calcium, magnesium, and potassium, and it might be worth having some tests done to check your levels of these minerals, and if need be, upping your intake of foods such as almonds, bananas, and dark green vegetables, or investigating mineral supplements. Dehydration and excess caffeine can also cause muscle twitches, so be sure to pay attention to your fluid intake and moderate the amount of caffeinated sodas, coffee, and tea that you take. Also, many athletes experience muscle spasms after training particularly hard sometimes. But along with these physical causes, muscle spasms can be closely linked to your stress levels. I've worked with many people who've been experiencing high levels of stress or anxiety, which led them to habitually tense their muscles, and who have developed twitches or spasms in one or more parts of their body. The habitual tension and rushing, and half finishing one task and then half finishing another task, can lead to a build-up of stress in the muscles, which can set off tics and twitches. Often, this kind of benign, stress-related twitching can occur in the eyes or cheek, or in the neck, back, or calf muscles, or perhaps in one of the fingers or thumbs. I've found it highly effective to teach such clients how to use hypnosis to deeply relax their body, often more deeply than they have for some years. And it's in that state of deep relaxation that you can re-educate the muscles and nerve fibers that have been firing unnecessarily to calmly relax once again. And, most importantly, you can learn to transfer this state of physical comfort into the times and places in life when you would have habitually tensed up, so that you build new, healthier ways of moving and responding to the world that better support your body and your long-term health. Imagine how good it will feel after regularly relaxing to this download and deeply integrating the ideas and suggestions you're about to hear, as your whole nervous system becomes so much calmer and more balanced, and you can move so much more easily and smoothly through the world, with your muscles free to rest comfortably when they aren't needed for action. Now, if you haven't yet closed your eyes, you can do that now, or in a few moments, as you prepare to relax very deeply. And over the course of the next few minutes, I'm going to be talking to you about a fundamental characteristic of human beings. A fundamental characteristic of all animals. And that is the urge to complete patterns. And what I mean by that will become clearer as you continue to become absorbed inside. But even as I'm talking, there's a pattern I'd like your unconscious to be completing for you, I'd like you to set an intention for yourself, here and now, that over the course of the next few minutes, you'll really enjoy learning how deeply you can relax physically and mentally. And I'd like you to get a sense of what the very deepest relaxation would mean for you. How would it feel to have a wonderfully comfortable, heavy feeling flowing through that body? To have those arms and legs feel heavier as you notice places in the body where you've held on to old habitual tensions start to free up, to learn more and more about your own flexibility and ease of movement. Once you notice how relaxed those shoulders and that neck can become, to look forward to being able to move through the world, feeling lighter and freer. A physical fluidity and vitality that comes from allowing all those muscles to really know it's okay to rest when they're not needed. And you don't need to imagine all of that really vividly. You can just have that direction in mind, knowing what you want from this session, knowing how you want to feel so wonderfully relaxed and comfortable as you go deeper inside. And you want to be able to feel more comfort in your movements, and even at the level of your nerves, a calm groundedness that can feel so wonderful. That's it. Because that body knows about flexibility and vitality, because that body is a part of nature, and just as a tree comes up from the ground and grows organically, swaying in the breeze, sunlight filtering through the leaves, drawing up nourishment and water from its roots, absorbing energy from the sun, and being such a vibrant part of nature, so that body knows a lot about how to feel alive and grounded, to glow deep within with a growing life force that's been there all along, beneath any surface tensions which the rush of modern life has thrust upon you. And as you drift even deeper inside, now, that life force you were born with, that lets you instinctively know how to sleep deeply as a baby and breathe naturally from that stomach in a way that stressed adults sometimes forget to do when they breathe tight breaths high up in their upper chest. And I wonder how it will feel to move and live with more natural grace, just as animals do, like cats do, and instinctively remember how to do. And as you already notice that breathing becoming fuller, naturally, deepening, comfort can begin to flow all the way from the core of your biology and throughout the whole system of that body, reminding every cell that it's okay to rest deeply, remembering how to let go into that natural state of grace where you can just be as a tree grows, as a cat leaps, to allow that deep comfort to be free, to remind you that I was talking about patterns. And as you continue to relax, you might really begin to wonder about completing patterns. That pattern of intention to relax even deeper. Now, and how much we seek completion in life. Like when someone says, "Oh, you'll never guess what so-and-so did." And your curiosity fires up. And you say, "What?" And then your friend says, "Oh no, actually, I shouldn't tell you." And you feel that urge to know. There's a template of gossip and intrigue open in your mind. And you can feel that urge to complete the pattern. And how do mathematicians and scientists and inventors keep on working at the same problem for years and years until they finally complete the puzzle and find the solution? And how good must it feel to find that solution, to solve the puzzle and sigh with satisfaction and feel that inner fulfillment when you find those keys you thought you'd lost, when you finish the novel and the mysterious death is explained, that relaxation and completion that comes when the pattern is complete can feel very good. And when someone is stressed or anxious and rushing about and filled with half-finished worries and half-finished actions, trying to do one thing and then getting distracted, imagining something terrible happening and then worrying about something else, all while sitting in the office trying to get some work done. And how many incomplete patterns do they collect in the course of a day? And you know the particular part of that body that's been twitching. And you can just imagine that muscle and the surrounding muscles too. And how the nerves leading to that muscle have been overwhelmed with incomplete messages, as if that brain has been giving those nerves such rapid-fire instructions. Do this, now that, tense this, release that, no wait, now do this. That some of those signals have become fragmented, and some of those nerves are giving confused, incomplete signals to that muscle or set of muscles. And I'd like you to really give those nerves a chance now to complete that pattern, to enjoy the relief of knowing their job is done. And they can now just relax by imagining, almost in slow motion, a signal passing from that brain through those nerves that lead to that particular area in that body. And even as that body just continues to rest comfortably still, you can imagine the muscles in that area where the spasms have been tightening fully, contracting as far as they can. And that might move other parts of that body in the vicinity. It might cause shifts in those tendons or in the surface of the skin, even as you just imagine it now. And then I'd like you to imagine that muscle contracting tighter still and tighter. And then, as you breathe out comfortably, you can just allow that muscle in your imagination to relax completely. That's it. And you can just listen to the silence throughout that nerve pathway, the relief of knowing that its job is done and it can now rest. And you can repeat that process 2 more times right now to really let that nerve pathway know with absolute certainty that it can now rest. As you imagine that brain giving the command to tighten the muscle, and see that message passing through the nerve to the muscle, feeling it in your imagination, contracting tighter and tighter to full contraction. And then a new message to release it fully now. As you breathe out slowly. That's it. And just listen to the silence inside. And one last time, the message is sent, the muscle tightens, tighter still, and then with a sigh, that wonderful release into the calm silence within. And this is a new pattern that brain can really pick up on. That in busy times, when there are incomplete patterns of movement, times when that neck or those shoulders would have tensed up, or when that face would have grimaced, or when those fists would have tightened, to really complete that pattern, either physically or just in your imagination, in a way that's socially appropriate, so that you remember to stretch those parts of the body that need it, and let the muscles and nerves complete the pattern to tighten fully, tighter still, and then release with a slow out breath. And as you listen to this session repeatedly, you can just notice this happening automatically. Perhaps when you're working, perhaps when you're talking, a full stretch that's appropriate to the circumstances, that lets those nerves complete the pattern and go quiet inside, so that those muscles are free to rest fully and completely. Return you to that natural state of grace, free from any conscious mind stress, where you can move organically and smoothly and feel so filled with vitality and a grounded energy. That's it. And you can bring these changes with you back into waking consciousness right now. Feel very good as you do so. As you prepare to become more and more alert. That's it. By noticing the position of your body, perhaps. The sensation of the surface you're resting on that's supporting you there. And as you reorientate to this present moment and to your surroundings, you can just come back feeling wonderfully refreshed in a few moments. And as you open up your eyes, you might enjoy a nice stretch. And welcome back. Excellent. Now we recommend that you listen to this download every day for a week at first. And after that, just as often as you like. What you're looking for, of course, is that your muscle spasms subside and then stop completely. There are other associated sessions at hypnosisdownloads.com, such as restless leg syndrome and relax after work. My name's Roger Elliott of Uncommon Knowledge. Thank you for listening, and the very best of luck to you.